Good morning, fifth graders. When you're doing your review today, please solve the problem first, and then watch me solve the problem. If you are still confused, have me come and help you. Okay? I cannot stress that enough today because you're going to have a test on Unit 7 tomorrow, and I want you to be able to understand how to do each one of these problems. And you do understand them, but if there's something where you're just kind of questioning and the video doesn't make sense, please raise your hand and I will come help you. Let's get going here. Right, positive, less than, or equal to. Let's get cruising. 46, is it greater than or less than negative 25? 46 is greater. Number 2. Negative 58, negative 16. Negative 16 is bigger. 8, negative 2. 8 is bigger than negative 2. We have negative 100, and we have a positive 10 to the third power, which is 1,000, right? 1,000 is greater than negative 100. Next page. Let's keep going here. Negative 3/4, and we have negative 1. This is just like the review we had last night, okay? Negative 3/4 and negative 1. Negative 3/4 is actually closer to 0, which means it is greater than 1. So this is in the negatives. Switch my color here. 6 to the second power gives me 6 times 6 is 36. 4 to the third power, we have 4 times 4, which is 16 times 4, which is obviously bigger than 36, but we'll keep on solving. We have 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 64, which makes that larger. Negative 5 plus negative 5 gives me negative 10. It is larger than negative 11. 28 divided by 4 gives me 7. 4 minus 7, leave, add, change. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11 is larger than 7. Some of the expressions below are not number sentences. Cross them off. Remember, a number sentence must have greater than, less than, or equal to. Then circle the number sentences that are true. That means you are going to leave the number sentences that are false blank. First of all, let's go through and cross off the ones that are not number sentences. 24 is not a number sentence. 35 times 10 to the second or third power is not a number sentence. Now let's take a look at the ones that are true. Up here, let's start in the top right. That's where I'm starting. 10 plus negative 14, which means I would have a negative 4. Is negative 4 greater than negative 7? It is. I'm going to circle that. 10 to the second power is 100. 2 times 2 times 2, 10 times. That's delightful. Let's take a look. Go ahead and press pause and try and solve that. I'm going to press pause as well so the video doesn't get long. Equals 1,024, which obviously means that's not correct. Problems that are not correct, we're not crossing off. We are just leaving blank. Keep that in mind for tomorrow when you're taking a look at this assessment, okay? Let's keep cruising here. So we have up here, we have negative 5 to the second power minus a negative 9, okay? Let's take a look at how we're going to solve this problem. 35 times 35. It's a negative, so I haven't really taught you that. So let's just go ahead and we're just going to omit this problem, okay? Because when you multiply two negative numbers by each other, it equals a positive. We haven't gone over that, so that's why we're just going to omit that problem, and we'll have that crossed off before the lesson even starts. Let's take a look at this one. It's an equal sign, I hope. It's hard for me to read with the copy I have here. Negative 14. Leave, add, change. 14 minus 35. Gives me 21, which means that statement is true. So that should be circled. 8 times 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Times 8. 2, 3. I have 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 3 gives me 51, which gives me 512. Explain why the expressions you cross out are not number sentences. It's because they don't have a greater than, less than, or equal to sign. Let's keep going. John has 6 packets of erasers. Each packet has 5 erasers. His friend gave him 10 more erasers. So which one is it? So he has 6 packets of erasers. So if he has 6 packets, Each one has 5 erasers, so he's going to be multiplying by 5, right? And then his friend gave him 10 more. So I haven't even looked at what the answers are, but that's just the process. Which one of these would give me the same answers? Okay. So I know this one doesn't. I have to find one where I'm multiplying 5 times 6. Boom. There it is right there. Because of order of operations, I have to multiply first, right? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Multiply and divide is before adding and subtract, which means 5 times 6 plus 10 is my answer. Make a true sentence by entering parentheses, okay? So I'm going to have to add, I know this is hard, but you have a clear copy in front of you. It says 5 times 4 plus 40, okay, equals 220. So if I were to put parentheses around the 5 times 4, I would only get 20. So I'm going to have to see how big I can get to 5 or 220. So I'm going to put parentheses around the 4 and the 40. So I'm going to go 5 times 44 equals 220. Does that work, kids? 44 times 5, 20, 20, 22. That's how you do it. Next problem. Make sure we're pressing pause. 57 divided by 3 plus 49. I have to get to 68. Right now I have too big a number. So I'm going to have to do some dividing, right? I'm going to divide 57 divided by 3. If I divide 57 divided by 3, I'm going to get a 17. If I add 17 plus a 49, actually I'm not going to get 17, I'm going to get a 19. 19 plus 49, let's see what we get here. 18, 68, that's how we're going to do it. That's where you're going to insert the parentheses. Next problem. I have to try and get to a positive 31, so I'm going to put my parentheses around 84 divided by 2. Negative 11 plus 84 divided by 2 is going to give me 42 for an answer, equals 31. 42 minus 11 gives me a 1 and a 3, which is 31. I want you to cross off number 14. There's reasons why, okay? But it's pretty complex. I want you to cross off 15. Go ahead and cross off 16. Okay? Let's take a look here. We're solving 3 plus a negative 19. 3 plus a negative 19, so I'm going to have a negative. I'm taking 3 positive away from the negative 19, which leaves me with negative 16. Negative 5 plus a negative 10, I have a negative. I have a negative, gives me a big negative number, which is a negative 15. Looks like we have 15 plus a negative 96. So I'm going to take a 96 and I'm going to take away a 15 from there. Gives me 81, which is a negative 81 because I'm that far into the hole. Let's keep cruising here. Negative 10 plus 7. A negative 10 plus a 7 will give me a negative 3. Negative 35 minus a 98. I'm going to leave, so I'm going to write this again so I can see it. Minus a 98. I'm going to leave. I'm going to add. I'm going to change. Which gives me 2 big negative numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and add these numbers up. Right, kids? Because I'm going to get a big negative number because of leave, add, change. Which is going to give me a 13 and a 13, which is 133. A negative 133. Leave, add, change here. I'm going to a blue marker. Leave, add, change. I have a negative 11 plus a 7, right? Which gives me a negative 4. This next one, 43 minus what gives me 20? This is basic subtraction, right? What number plus 20 gives me 43? Gives me a 23. 43 minus a 23. 74 minus 56. This is also basic subtraction. Can do leave, add, change, and we'll get you the same part. Have to borrow. Gives me an 8. Gives me an 18. Okay. I might have a few errors in this video, kids. If I do, of course, raise your hand and show me where I made the mistake. But I'm trying to get things going along here so you don't have too long of a video. Go ahead and cross off number 25. 26, use your plus and minus counters. Draw a picture that shows an account with the balance of negative 5. Negative 5, so I know I need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And let's just add 2 more negatives. Better add 2 positives to cancel those out, which leaves me with a -5 balance. Draw a picture that shows a balance of 8 using exactly 10 counters. Well, a balance of 8, I need at least 8 positives. Better add another positive and a negatives because they're going to balance each other out, which leaves me with 8 positives. What is your balance if you have the same number of positives and negatives? Let's check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cancel out, cancel out, cancel out. Gives me 0. Try another example. 1, 2. Cancel out, 0. What is your balance? It's going to be 0. There are 6 pluses, 9 negative counters. What is the balance? I have more negatives than positives. Gives me a balance of -3. How many positive counters do you need to get to how many positive counters do you need to get a positive balance? If I had 3 positives, that's going to give me a balance of 0. So I need to add 4 positives to give me a +1. What will be the new balance if you remove 3 plus counters from the original balance? Okay, I'm going to remove 3 of these from here, which is going to give me 3 pluses, 9 negatives, right? So what would be my new balance? My new balance would be a -6. What will be the new balance if you add 2 positive counters from the original balance? My original balance is a -3, right? So let's go -3. I'm going to add 2 positive counters. What will it be? -1 would be my answer. I better write my number sentence for number 2 here. So I have a -3. I'm going to remove 3 counters. Leave, add, change. That's how you get a -6. All right. Write 10 to the 4th power in standard notation and number words. So I have a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives me 10,000. 10 to the 8th power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gives me 100 million. 4 to the 10th power. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gives me 4 million. Next one. 1.4 to the 3rd power. 1, 2, 3. Gives me 1,400. Excellent. Use a graph to answer the question below. How many kilometers did Gene travel in the first hour of the trip? So here's the first hour. Started at 0, got up to the 4. So how many kilometers? Traveled 4 kilometers. How far did Gene travel in all? Okay, so looks like we got from a 0 up to a 20. So how many go in all? Distance made it all the way to 20 kilometers. Okay, use the following words to make a line graph. Watch closely. First of all, I have to start with an L. Okay, over here on the side, you're going to put a 0. I want you to put study links down low. And then I want you to put answers correct. On the side. Let's count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's not the neatest graph, is it, kids? That's okay. You have a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5. First one, test 1, we got a 2, so that's going to be right about there. It's below the 5. Second one, we're at a 16, so it's going to be right above the 15. Test 3, we're at a 10. Test 4, we're at a 14, right below the 15. Test 5, we're at an 8, right below the 10. And it's basically like dot to dot, and you connect these things. That's how you make a line graph. Okay. Hopefully this video helped you out. I know you have the challenge question left. I'm going to have the challenge question as a separate video. Okay. Go ahead and find that on our YouTube channel. But go ahead and try the challenge problem out. It's a very fun challenge problem. But I will be showing you how to solve that on the video next. Good luck, and I look forward to work with you in class and studying for that assessment tomorrow. All right, good luck, kids.